live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Bringing you the news from Sri Lanka and across your world, it's your national news broadcast on ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation. My name is Siobhan Pereira.
I'm Delanjali Ananda, and these are the headlines for tonight. National Television bags 16 awards at the Golden Business Excellency Awards. Killed in a blast in Moscow.
Tonight we come to you being surrounded by all these amazing awards as well, which have been bagged by the national television and its hard-working workers and the team that brings you all these dramas, the news and everything else. These awards are significant. Now the national television has been felicitated with 16 awards at the Golden Business Excellency Awards 2025 held at the City of Dreams Hotel premises yesterday.
The objective of the award ceremony is to appreciate businessmen, media persons and artists. The national television was felicitated for the national media leadership pioneering and the public mission in the year 2025.
ගුණාත්මක වැඩසටහන් රසක්, ගුණාත්මක ටෙලිනාට්‍ය රසක් ඔබට තිලන කරමින් ශ්‍රී ලංකා රූපවාහිනී සංස්ථාවටයි මේ සම්මානය හිමිවන්නේ.
The national television also bagged the award for the best national news reporting of the year.
රූපවාහිනී සංස්ථාවේ ප්‍රවෘත්ති අධ්‍යක්ෂ විමුක්තිකා කාර්යවසම් මහත්මිය මේ මොහොතේදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා රූපවාහිනී නිවුස් වෙනුවෙන් සම්මානය හිමි කර ගන්නවා.
News presenter of the national television, Tilini Pereira, won the award for the most popular television news presenter of the year.
Outstanding news personality. Congratulations to Tilini Pereira.
ජාතික රූපවාහිනිය වෙනුවෙන් තිලිනි පෙරේරා සම්මානයෙන් පිදුම් ලබන්නේ.
News presenter of the national television, Nadika Karunanayaka, bagged the award for the most popular television news presenter of the year.
ඒ හැඟීම් නිරූපණය ඒ හැම දෙයක්ම අපේ මනසේ හැමදාම තැම්පත් වෙන කටහඬක්.
Sharifa Tahir of ChannelEye of the national television bagged the award for excellence for English television news presentation.
Walking away with the award for excellence in radio and television news reading, female English.
The award of excellence for news presentation and mass media was won by Dushanta Darshana of the national television.
ඒ අතරවාරයේදී අති විශිෂ්ට අමිල මෙහෙවරක් අද වර්තමානයේදී පුතෙක් කරන්න නැති තරම් දෙයක් කරපු කෙනෙක් චානුවකු.
The program Shanida Aibuan was awarded the best weekend morning program of the national television of the year.
Under the category outstanding.
වසර කීයක් ගත වෙලා ගියත් ඒ
තාමත් බලන් ඉන්නේ එක.
භාවයත් එහෙමමයි.
සුබ පැතුම් ශනිදා අයිබෝන් වැඩසටහනේ සියලුම කණ්ඩායමටම.
Pum Neelavilla program telecast of the national television has been awarded as the best artistic musical program of the year.
Congratulations to Rupavahini and the production team of Pum Neelavilla.
Pioneer of media.
The director of Netra channel, Nila N. Qasim, was awarded for his pioneering service in media and music sector of the national television.
For securing the honorary award.
ජේෂ්ඨ මාධ්‍යවේදී නිලාර් එන් කාසිම් මහත්මයා.
Congratulations to Mr. Nilar M. Qasim.
Presenter Kalum Vijayasuri of the national television was felicitated with the Grand Lifetime Achievement Award for his pioneering service in presentation and media of the Sri Lankan television.
සුබ පැතුම් අපෙන් ඔබට.
Pranitha Koneshwaran of Netra channel of the national television was awarded the most prominent Tamil television personality award. The best English documentary program of the year has been bagged by Sanjeeva Jayasuriya of ChannelEye of the national television.
නිෂ්පාදක සංජීව ජයසූරියයි මේ සම්මානය හිමි කරගන්න. අපේ සුබ පැතුම්.
Skandaraja Kurukka Sasikant of Netra Channel has been awarded for the best Tamil television documentary program production.
For the special
දයි සුබ පැතුම් සසිකාන්ත් Netra TV වෙනුවෙන්.
The Best Tamil Television Program Producers Award has been won by Sivapatha Sundaram Koneshwaran of Netra Channel of the National Television.
For excellence in Tamil cultural TV show producing at the Golden Business Excellence Awards.
Maria Jaman, representing the Tamil division and the Netra Channel of the National Television, won the award for the most attractive television presenter of the year.
As the most
ජර්මන් කියන්නේ කොහොමද ප්‍රවෘත්ති ඒකම වැඩසටහන් මේ හැම අංශයකම දක්ෂයෙක්.
The award for excellence for the presentation of Tamil cultural and international programs has been won by Yuvaraja Gokul Niranjan on behalf of the Netra Channel of the National Television. The awards ceremony organized by the Neo International Organizations was attended by businessmen, media persons, artists and a number of other parties.
Now, as we just witnessed on this glamorous occasion, Sharifa Tahir of ChannelEye of the National Television bagged the Award of Excellence for English Television News Presentation. And she is here with us in the news studio. Sharifa, first and foremost, many congratulations to you on this fabulous achievement.
Thank you very much, Dilanjali. Thank
Siobhan,
you.
what do you have to ask? Many questions?
I mean, what an honor. You've been in media for so long, not just in TV. You have been a pioneering force in the new generation of radio, so to speak, as well. So we've watched you on TV. We've heard you on radio as well. How is it like to, surf between radio and TV and do such a dual role so well?
Siobhan, it's passion. Because, I started off at SLBC when I was just 16 years, and I've been with the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation for a very long time now. It's almost close to 2 decades. And with Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, I've been attached to SLRC News for 14 years, but I've been presenting even before that. So it's not easy juggling between both because there are morning shows. Then again, I have another show to continue on radio. So it's kind of long shifts, but it's still all about passion, and it boils down to how much you love what you do. So I think because I love being on screen and also being on radio, I love them equally. So because of that, I guess I can, go on with all these crazy time schedules,
How did you feel like now, as you told, you started many years ago, but at the same time, from that first day being on the screen, maybe the morning show or on news, from that moment to the time that you got on stage and got the award, what was the feeling like?
I mean, I'm already nervous being on this side because this is not, the norm for me, Tulanjali. But when I entered into Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, I was very, very small. I knew nothing about the industry, right? So it was just pure passion, about playing music, then talking on air, then on television. It was about morning shows and presenting. So I never even imagined that, there will be award ceremonies for this and you can go up on stage, receive awards. So there was no scope per se. I didn't have anything in my head. I was just doing what I love. So this moment really gave me a lot of pride because it's not just for Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation but also for Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. So we are the national channel. So first and foremost, I'm very, very thankful to both institutions for accepting me as a member of the national channel.
This is not your first award though. You won state awards for radio, TV and everything as well. What do you have to say to all these youngsters? Now we go for competitions to judge all these youngsters, so many of them wanting to come to this particular realm. What is your advice to them?
Love what you do and always work towards building yourself and focus on your growth. And I think you can go a long way if you work on what you're really good at, because it's all about uniqueness. I'm pretty sure both of you know that only too well because you're presenting and also on the news desk, reading news. So at the news desk, and you know it only too well that it's about your own identity. So it's about creating your identity and pushing yourself to be a better presenter every single day and working on yourself. It's not just about imitating another person, it's about building yourself.
Sharifa Tahir, we are very proud of you, and it's an honor and privilege to share this newsroom with you as well. What do you think, Tulansi?
Absolutely. And truly great words of advice coming towards these youngsters. I think being iconic and being unique in your true self is a wonderful word that you just shared. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Dilanjali. And I also must thank the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, chairmen, the director generals, the producers, and also all the officials working behind the screen. We work as a team, as a family. You know it only too well. So it's amazing working with all of them. And thank you very much for having the trust in all of us. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, Dilanjali and Siobhan.
Absolutely. One of the best in the industry for sure for many decades. Now, moving on with your news, Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jayashankar has arrived in Sri Lanka on an official visit in the afternoon today at the Bandaranaike International Airport, highlighting India's continued engagement with the island nation. He was received by Sri Lanka's Deputy Minister of Tourism, Professor Ruwan Ranasinghe, along with the Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, Santosh Jha. The visit underscores India's neighbourhood first policy and takes place in the backdrop of Operations Sagar Bandhu, launched by India to assist Sri Lanka in addressing the devastation caused by Cyclone Ditwa. The visit is expected to further strengthen bilateral cooperation and regional partnership between the two countries.
The Export Development Board says that Sri Lanka's export earnings from January to November this year totaled $15.8 billion. This was revealed by the chairman and the chief executive officer of the EDB, Mangala Vijayasinghe, during a special press briefing held at the Department of Government Information.
The resilience and competitiveness of Sri Lanka's export sector are underscored by the recovery of key markets, sustainable production capacity, and the effective implementation of export development strategies. In November this year, the total export earnings from both merchandise and service sectors amounted to $13,064.52 million, marking a year-on-year growth of 5.56% compared to the previous November. In November alone, merchandise exports grew by 5.95% year-on-year, reaching $1,053.22 million. According to provisional data from Sri Lanka Customs, this figure includes estimated earnings for gems and jewellery as well as petroleum products. Merchandise exports from January to November this year totaled $12,417.98 million, representing a 6.41% increase compared to the same period in 2024. In November, earnings from service exports rose by 4.27% to $311.3 million. The service export sector continues to expand, diversifying Sri Lanka's export landscape and creating numerous employment opportunities. The Department of Census and Statistics today released the National Consumer Price Index and monthly consumer inflation data for November. Accordingly, headline inflation, which stood at 2.7% in October, decreased to 2.4% in November. Year-on-year inflation in the food category, which was recorded at 4.1% in October, dropped to 3.6% in November. Meanwhile, year-on-year inflation in the non-food category remained unchanged at 1.5% in November, consistent with the rate recorded in October.
More local news. The Colombo Stock Exchange has announced changes to the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index following the year-end review by S&P Dow Jones indices. 5 companies, including Ceylon Cold Stores, Chevron Lubricants Sri Lanka, and Commercial Bank non-voting shares were removed from the index. Meanwhile, Axis Engineering, People's Leasing and Finance, Singer Sri Lanka, and Sunshine Holdings were added. The revised index, which represents the 20 largest listed companies by market capitalization, will take effect from December 22nd after market closure.
Leading global economists called for a halt to Sri Lanka's debt repayments following the massive economic loss caused by the Ditwa cyclone. They state that Sri Lanka has faced an emergency finance situation at present. A group of the world's top economists, including the Nobel Prize winner Joseph Stiglitz, have called for Sri Lanka's debt repayments to be suspended as it tackles the devastation caused by Cyclone Ditwa. In a statement, the group of 120 global experts called for fresh debt restructuring to restore the country's repayment to a manageable level given the scale of environmental destruction. The country expected its $9 billion national debt to be restructured last year before the cyclone hit. Annual repayments were expected to total 25% of government revenues, a high level by international historical standards. Therefore, they request the creditors to agree with a new debt restructuring in order to actualize debt sustainability.
Efforts to reconstruct properties destroyed by the recent unexpected disaster situation are currently underway across the island. Various parties, including the Triforces, continue to contribute to these ongoing operations initiated by the government. Minister Susil Ranasinghe states that apartment housing will be provided in places of houses destroyed by Cyclone Ditwa, and lands have already been identified through the district secretaries of the respective districts. He further noted that approximately 95% of the disaster-affected areas' water supply lines have been restored to normalcy. The minister made these remarks while attending a program held this morning to appoint voluntary engineering consultants. Renovations on the railway line from Kandy to Matale are also currently underway. Our correspondent reports that damage has occurred at approximately 71 locations along the 28-kilometer railway stretch. Officials state that it will take several months to complete fully the reconstruction of this line. Renovations are currently in progress in the Polonnaro-Batticaloa main railway line, which was damaged due to the overflowing of the Mahaveli River. Members of the army and railway employees are contributing to these efforts. Over 1.5 kilometers of the railway track have been successfully restored thus far. Sri Lanka Railways informs that plans are in place to resume the Yaldevi train service from Colombo to Kasanture starting on the 24th. Sri Lanka Railways further stated that seat reservation facilities for the air-conditioned first class and second class of the Yaldevi train are now available. Following the disaster, farmers in the Polonnaro district can be seen actively engaged in re-preparing their destroyed croplands for cultivation. Preparations are underway to reopen schools and preschools in the Valimada education zone. A week-long program titled Nanadiri Meheyuma has been designated to repair the damaged schools. A large number of local residents are participating in this initiative, providing voluntary labor. A program to clean villages contaminated by flood in the North Thandi area of Putlam was carried out throughout yesterday. The program was implemented by the North Thandi Divisional Secretariat under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. A group including Member of Parliament Gayan Janaka participated in the event. The Mahasangha of the Opanayaka, Dandeniya Sri Mahindarama Temple and Palakuttapitiya temples conducted a Pindapatha Charika to collect donations. These contributions, along with aid provided by local residents, were donated to people in difficult areas of Anuradhapura affected by the disaster. The aid has been distributed among approximately 300 affected families in several areas, including Valachena, Madavache and Anuradhapura. Now in more local news, the meteorology department says that light showers might occur in the Uva province and Ampara, Batticaloa, Matale, Nuwara and Hambantota districts. Mainly dry weather will prevail in rest of the areas of the island. Fairly strong winds of about 40 kilometers per hour might intermittently occur in the eastern slopes of the Central Hills, northwestern province of Sri Lanka and Ampara, Hambantota and Monragala districts. According to the meteorology department, showers and thunder showers might occur in the sea areas, especially close to the Bay of Bengal. Scattered rains might occur in the sea areas of the shoals from Batticaloa, Galle via Hambantota. Winds around the area, in the sea areas, especially around the island, will have easterly flow, and the speed will be between 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. In the sea areas of from the Balapiti to Mena area via Colombo and Puttlam, and from Mathura to Pothuweda via Hambantota, the wind speed will be around 50 to 55 kilometers per hour. The same sea areas will at times remain rough. The Met Department added that the sea areas around the island will stay slightly rough. Now, although the flood situation which affected the historic Somavati's sacred site is receding, the Sungavila approach road to the Somavatia is still underwater. The road has not been opened for vehicular traffic due to this condition.
Now, only 2 days remain for Christmas, the Festival of Hope. The preparation for the Christmas festivities can be witnessed now in Colombo and in many other urban areas. More attractions can be witnessed in Colombo during Christmas and other festive seasons compared to other cities. Accordingly, the city of Colombo has been gaily decorated these days in this manner. All government and private institutions in Colombo City were decorated brilliantly on the occasion of Christmas. The Christian community, along with all the others, are eagerly awaiting to cordially welcome Christmas, the Festival of Hope, after a severe disaster this year.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that the policy of the government is not to provide all facilities to a limited group of people. The Prime Minister stated at a function held yesterday at the Iranamadu Army Camp, Kilinochi, that the economy will be managed in a manner that will be useful to all the people. The function was organized in appreciation of the students who excelled at the GCE Advanced Level Examination in 2024. Scholarships were awarded to 300 students representing Kilinochi, Mana and Vauni districts and Jaffna in the Northern Province. The Prime Minister added that the funds allocated for the education in this year's budget has been increased and priority has been given to the improvement of digital technology and the entire school system of the Northern Province and the rest of the country. Minister Ramalingam Chandrasekaran and a group of others were present on the occasion. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that the government's policy is not to provide privileges to a limited group but to manage the economy in a way that benefits the people. She noted that due to the cyclone Detwa, damage had occurred in every district of the country, affecting essential infrastructure including schools, hospital and roads. Even now, around 50,000 people are unable to return to their homes, she said.
Certificates were presented today to provide financial allocations for 9 selected projects from proposals submitted during the first 3 months of this year under the National Initiative for Research and Development Commercialization. The signing of the relevant Memorandum of Understanding took place today at the Presidential Secretariat. Accordingly, financial facilities exceeding 227 million rupees are scheduled to be provided. The presentation of certificates to the project beneficiaries was held with the participation of the Secretary to the President, Dr. Nandika Sanatkumar Naika, and the Senior Advisor to the President, Professor Gomika Udugamsurya. The Bank of Ceylon is set to provide this financial facility, and the relevant agreement was signed by the Secretary to the President and the General Manager and CEO of Bank of Ceylon, W.A. Jayatilaka. The certificates were handed over to the respective companies for 9 projects. They are VX Safe Net Tool, a child-friendly internet system, and digital well-being innovation related to telecommunications. Wolfpack Energy Super